The real law is for you, for the people, for we the people. It is not to be held hostage by any private group, association. The laws in this entire nation, foundational in our nation, belong to we the people, and they cannot be kept from us. Yet we were not taught in schools. Check it out and verify it. Look at the maxims of law. These are settled maxims of law, and they cannot just be broken. They cannot be argued against. This is maxim of law, and the number is 12G because it's in a book called Maxims of Law by Charles A. Weissman. Now, he labels them, he gives them a number and everything, but that is not the settled maxim. The numbering system, that's just a system that he organizes these maxims in his book. But the maxim is the word, okay? And this one says this, you need to know this because this is going to save you a lot of money. You have to know. You have to stand on what is true and what is highest law. It says, he who bears the burden of a thing should also receive the advantage or benefit arising from it. So when you go to work, you get up in the morning, you get yourself whatever little breakfast you could afford to get and make yourself a little bag of sandwiches because a lot of people can't all afford to go eat out. They just can't. In reality, it's everyone should have been very comfortable and wealthy in the United States of America, in our nation, because everything acquired by the agent is acquired for the master. We're the masters. So there should be no one that's poor, no one that's living in the streets, no one living under some bridge, no one that's undereducated, no one, really. Now, listen to this. He who bears the burden of a thing should also receive the advantage or benefit arising from it. So if you get up and you go to work, that's your money. That is your money. The reason that people created governments to begin with is to benefit us. We didn't create the governments to rule over us, the people. No, we created them to give us more than we already had without them. And before them, we already had the right to keep the money that we earned by the work that we did. So, fathers created the governments with the tools, the instrument called constitutions, which are contracts. And we made sure to list on there, says, whoever we hire better not touch these things on this side, which are the individual inherent rights, which are all the Bill of Rights, Declaration of Rights, which are all the rights of the people, and even more that are not even listed on there. And they already agreed to it. So if it's in our Bill of Rights, Declaration of Rights of any of the 50 states, I am telling you, this is the highest foundational laws in this nation. So I'm going to give you one of the terms of the contracts. Ready? This one is Oklahoma State Constitution, Article 2, text of Section 2, Inherent Rights. That's just the title that Ballotpedia puts on it, but the provision is right here. It's these words. Listen. All persons have the inherent right to life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and the enjoyment of the gains of their own industry. Did you just hear that? And the enjoyment of the gains of their own industry, of your own work, your sweat, your time, your efforts, your activities with your hand and your mind and your mouth and your legs that you're doing to provide for yourself, to provide for your family. You have the right. Listen to this. All persons have the inherent. That means you have it simply because you exist. No man gave that to you. God gave that to you. Inherent rights come from God, not from man, not from legislature. Okay. So all persons have the inherent right to life, to liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and the enjoyment of the gains of their own industry. See, you have the right. That cannot be touched. That cannot be taken away from you. Do you understand that this is the highest law? And if it is broken by our government servants, it is called a breach of trust, and that has penalties. If they break this, if they start taking and interfering with this right of enjoying, the enjoyment of the gains of their own industry, that cannot be attacked by our government mere servants. Do not think of them as leaders. They are our servants just from the start. Okay. Now You are the masters. They are your servants. We are the people. We are the beneficiaries of that contract, of the express trust indenture. And this is the law. These right here, this is what I'm telling you. This is the highest law in our nation. And there's more. There's more. And do you see that it's regular, normal English? You can understand this. They do not have the right to keep the people from talking and speaking the law and coming together, consulting for their own common good. So now I invite you to join me on Telegram. Find me and we can talk about the real law that will protect you and protect your family and protect the money that you make from the gains of your industry. That's for you to survive with. That's to feed your family, to be able to have a place to live. That you have the right to that, and government didn't have the right to take that from you. So you have to understand, if anything that the legislature creates, if it is not in pursuance of our constitutions, it is void. Void means it's like it doesn't exist. It has no force of law. Please click, like, subscribe, and follow me on Telegram. Join me there. We could talk about this. God bless you. God protect you.